How's everybody today? Well, if you live in Florida, it's fabulous because the weather's been like 70s and the nights have been nice and cool. The humidity's been really low. So, um, today, what I'm going to talk about is why people cheat when they have the best thing on earth already. I mean, why do people get married? Well, when they get married, it means they found that perfect person, right? Well, I suggest that I mean, if you found that perfect person, you would never cheat on them, correct? Well, the thing is, people do. They, at first, when you find someone, it's all, oh, you have that warm, fuzzy feeling, and, everything's just great, and you're on cloud nine, and everything's perfect. But it's not always the case. So, I don't know. I'm just going to wait until somebody listens to me before I talk anymore. So, anybody out there in TV land or webcam or web world? But like I said, today I'm going to talk about, once you get that, excuse me, I always have wardrobe issue. Wait, I'm left-handed, so the world's wrong. Wait, let me fix this. Nope, wait, I need this. Oh yeah, that's decided. Well, hold on, let me get my, when I was teaching a spin class, one of our trainers always told us, make sure your nipples are pointed in the same direction because all the men are going to concentrate on the nipple that's in the wrong place. Hi guys, 4 viewers, yay! Maybe we'll get some more. However, yeah, my nipples are in the right place. So you guys want me going, well, her left nipple is lower than the right nipple, but that's okay. Besides the point. But today I'm going to touch on something that's, very close to everyone's heart. And I'm sure all of you guys out there have been cheated on at least once in your life. Hopefully only once, and that's it. But in my case, not so much. I was married to a fantastic person. We had everything exactly the same. The moons and the stars all supposed to be lines, and everything was great, perfect. But once I started to get boring, I guess, so not boring, but when you're married for almost 30 years, you can't keep that woo hoo hoo hoo. Well, yeah, in the bedroom, yes, we did, but I'm just saying, in the normal everyday thing, everyday occurrence, you just can't go. You don't wake up every morning and say, "Oh man, you're hot." I mean, if the dude or the girl was not hot, you would have never gotten in touch, connected with them in the first place, correct? Right. Well, you know, I can say that I'm almost an expert on spouses or significant others that cheat, and then come back to you and say, "You're the best thing ever. I don't know what I was doing." Let me tell you, if somebody's going to cheat on you, it's not you, it's them. It took me a while to learn that because they feel like they're not enough, um, significant enough, or maybe they feel like you're just taken away from their um, hurrah, as we would say. But you know what? When you find someone and you are truly in love, I mean, true love will never stray from you. Um, a lot of people tend to be in love with themselves, so they pick someone who is hot because it makes them look good. But once that hot partner gets more attention than they do, well, they tend to go somewhere else where that other person finds them hot. Get it? So it's not you, it's the other person because their self esteem sucks. And they're looking for the next person to make their self esteem up there. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Because once their self esteem seems to come to lower than yours, then they're going to find someone to build them up. Right? Well, that's not love. So don't mistake the word love for them loving you. Love is for them loving them. Now, I'm saying that because cheaters love themselves more than they could ever love you. Understand? I learned it the hard way twice. I was married twice. Two wonderful, gorgeous, fabulous, perfect body men. I mean, everything just perfect. They made wonderful dads, you know, but when it came to their self esteem, that's where it all went downhill. Because once everybody says, well, your wife is gorgeous, well, then they're like, oh my God, no, you can't say my wife is gorgeous. You got to say, you two are gorgeous people. Because if people say your wife is gorgeous or your husband is gorgeous, well, the other partner who really don't love you for you, but love them because you bring them up, will go find something else. And it's true. It really is. If you read into researches, it really is true. That's what happens. People who truly love you don't care what you look like. They love you for what's in your heart, who you really are. I mean, yeah, it's a plus if you look good, but if you both look good, that's even a more plus. But if you one person in the relationship goes and steps out, it's because it's not you. Trust me, it's not you. It took me almost 30 years to figure out it was not me that made my guys step out. It was because people said, you had a nice looking wife. Well, they got sick of saying that, but I'm not nice looking. I'm a nice person. I have a nice heart. You know, it all goes together. It's not just what you look like. Understand? So please don't ever get down on yourself if your partner steps out on you. It's their fault. It's not you. They're missing a great thing. Because number one, why did they get together with you in the first place? The guy that really or girl that really says they love you, if they really love you, they would never. Okay, for instance, if you go in a restaurant, I'm looking from a woman's point of view. If your guy looks up and follows the next lady to the where she's sitting, well, that means he doesn't love you, honey. He loves him. He's looking for the next person that's going to make him look better. So it's not you. Got it? Now me, if I'm out on a date or I'm with my partner that I say I really enjoy being with, if I'm following a guy to his seat, that means you better watch out. I'm not interested in you. I'm not. I'm probably looking for at you as a just somebody to fill in my time. And it's awful to say, but that's true. That's true. That's life. So what you want to find true love is someone who loves you when you wake up in the morning and they don't care what you look like. They love you for your heart, your whole persona, your whole makeup. You don't make somebody's world. They have their own world. You have your own world. But your two worlds come together, it's bam. Okay? So please don't ever think it's your fault when your partner steps out. The reason I can talk about this is because, I went through it. I have. It's so hard to find true love out there. And I don't want anybody to give up. At my age, I'm not old. At least my heart's not old. My soul is really old because I'm too nice for my own good, and I've forgiven more times than I should have, And it's caused me a lot of heartache. It's lost me lots of friends, and I've been used by so many people. But you all know who are the people that are like me. You know, you do things for people because it's in your heart to do the right thing, and you don't expect anything back. Now, the people who you do things for and expect you to repay them or do things for them, it's just like a cheater. It's all about bringing them up and bringing you down. But once you're at the same level, they're going to stick with you. But when somebody brings you up higher than their level, they're going to go find something else better than you. Trust me, it's true. Love is a hard thing. And I will never say I love someone unless I know that they love themselves, they love me for who I am, but not what I can give them or what I can bring them. You've got to be comfortable with your own skin. You've got to love yourself. When I say love yourself, I'm not saying that you're conceited and that you feel better, that you feel entitled. But you know what? If you take good care of yourself first, you're better off for someone else, right? Don't expect people to do things for you. And, when they say, well, this is my other half in a relationship, there's not this half and this half makes a whole. Is you're a whole person and the other person's a whole person. And you two bring yourselves together and you make this big, beautiful life together. Because if you're only a half a person and you're looking for someone else to bring you up, well, you know what? Once that person that you left behind there, it's not going to work. You guys got to be together. Because if you're not together, your partner will step out. When your partner thinks that you're better than them, if other people put you better than them, they're going to look somewhere else. That's what love is: unconditional, always forgiving, never bringing up the past. And of course, there would be no past if you love each other, because you would never do anything to hurt the other person. I mean, relationships are really hard. The reason I can say this is because I've done it twice. I was married almost 7 years the first time, almost 30 the second time. And it's real hard. And I figured out the first time was my fault because I was too young. I wasn't ready to get married. I should have just dated him and just, see where it goes. But at the time, it was the right thing to do. I mean, back in the early, 80s, you just got married and you raise a family and go on with it. However, I would say it was completely my fault. I was too at home anymore to take care of my brothers because my parents both had to work very hard. They both worked 2 jobs apiece to make sure that we had everything we wanted, but we really needed them, but they weren't around. Unfortunately, it's not their fault. They did the best they could, but it fell on me. Like I said, once again, I was all about everybody else and not taking care of me. I've always been taught all my life to take care of people, to, help everybody. But you know what? Sometimes you've got to think about you because you're important. Once you love yourself, you're comfortable with yourself, and that another person comes into your life, it doesn't matter, if other people bring them up, because you know what? You two should bring each other up in order to make your relationship last. Because, life moves so fast. Let me tell you, after 40, it was like every day was like a minute. I was like, "Whoop, what happened?" It was like 2000, and all of a sudden it's 2010, and all of a sudden it's 2017. What happened? Life goes by so fast. And my only dream is to be able to not worry about love, number one, not worry about what my partner's doing when I'm not with him. And I mean, those things you should never worry about. Once you get into a relationship and you say you're committed to each other, you are committed to each other. And if you're only committed to yourself, it's not time to say you love someone. Now, unfortunately, maybe my thing was my husband's case was he was just looking for other people while he's married to me because he knew I would forgive or just let it go because I just didn't want to, fail at any relationship because I blame myself. So I let all the cheating, all the verbal abuse, all the bad things happen to me because, and I let him talk bad about me to all his friends. And I would try to shut up every time he said something bad and verbally abused me and try not to bring it out. But, after a while, I was like, oh no, I'm going to let it go. And all his friends thought I was the worst bitch on the planet Earth. Trust me, I am not. You only saw what my reaction to his action. That's it. That makes me look like a bitch? Fine, because you're not my friend. Because you have to remember there's two sides. Well, actually, there's three sides to every story. There's his, there's hers, and what really happened. So if you're a really good person, 63, thank you, and 29, I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. But like I said, if there's three sides to every story, it's his, hers, and what really happened. And if you're a very good friend to both of them, if you're friends while they're together, well, and if you're really a friend with both, you want to hear his, hers, and you want to know what really happened. Okay? And you don't give up. True friends don't give up. Even though, oh, we were friends when y'all were together, but now I'm going to go to the side I think is right. Well, don't do that because it makes you look bad. Because each side, broken fingers hard, each side has mouths. And a good person will not say anything bad about the other person. I will state the facts, but I won't say anything bad. Facts are different. Bad is lying. My husband, the one I was with for almost 3 decades, was a good man. But he had to be lifted up. He could not let me be up above him because once I got above him, he had to go cheating on me and over and over and over. I can tell you, I was married for almost 3 decades, like I said, but I can count 25 women that I've caught him with, and even our children have caught him with. And that is fact. Okay? I will not state anything that's not fact. And you can keep your friends because they weren't my friends. If they're going to believe everything, like I said, if they believe everything on the ex's side, they weren't your friends to start with. Okay? And like I said, when people cheat, it's because they have low self-esteem and there's something wrong with them, not you. Just know it's not you. It took me every day of reading the Bible, every Sunday going to church, me when the shit hit the fan. Well, you know what? They weren't there. They wanted to stick with the person that had the best lie. And yes, the other person who cheats on you will have the best lie. He is a devil or she is a devil in disguise. Because if they were really a good person, then all these people that you were both were friends with would know there's three sides to a story: his, hers, and what really happened. And I've never been one to talk bad about people. I've been talked bad about all the time, but I don't care. Life, that's life, people. That is life. Because people are going to talk bad about you when they can't have what you have, when they can't look like you look like, they can't have your spunk, they can't have your world, and they're going to talk bad. But that's okay. Listen, you grow a backbone because no one on this earth is going to care about you more than you, and you're not being selfish. When someone cheats on you, it's not you, it's them. They got the issue, not you. But don't, near and dear, don't think it's your fault because it's not. Once you rise above the wow factor of them, they're going to they're going to keep on going until they feel like they got this world at their feet and everybody thinks they're like the hot tamale. That's okay. That's okay. Because number one, love yourself. Number two, take care of yourself. Number three, you're number one. Because once you get all those, let me tell you, all your relationships after that are going to be all about you and the person that you're with, because they're not going to step out on you if they really like you. They're not going to follow the opposite sex when that person is walking. You know, the worst thing is to be sitting at a romantic dinner with your significant other and he looks up and follows the girl to the next table or wherever she goes. And it happened to me for almost 3 decades. And I put up with it. I put up with cheating. I put up with verbal abuse. I put up with all sorts of things that I shouldn't have. And no one deserves that. Not at all. No one. So if someone treats you less than, the way they treat themselves, then you owe it to yourself to say it's over. It hurts like I don't, let me tell you, my last husband, he is, aside from the verbal abuse and the constant cheating, everything else, he was a wonderful dad. He was a wonderful provider. Well, not really. I mean, the military provided for us, but the other parts I did. But I can't really say but two things bad about him: the verbal abuse and the constant cheating. And I put up with it. Yes, it's my fault. I stayed with it because, once you say I do, till death do you part, I really meant till death do you part, but I wasn't going to kill him, so I had to get a divorce. And, some days I regret it, yes, because that's the father of my son who's 27. And, ooh, that's my youngest is 27. But, you just can't blame yourself for what the other person does. And if someone cheats on you once, they're going to do it again. The only reason they're sorry when you catch them is because they're sorry they got caught. Once a cheater is always a cheater. Always, 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 and forever. They don't just stop because they found you. Woohoo! You're like, I'm going to stop him for that because he didn't like the last person, or she didn't like the last person because, you know, she's not me or he's not me. Trust me, once they cheat on one person, they're going to do it to you. It's awful to say, unless it's true love, unless this person finds that you are the true love and you are lower than him or her, that you're never, never going to get better than him or her, that you're going to be here and he or her is going to be up there. Where my other? Yeah. If you're always here and the other person's always up there that has a self-esteem issue, you guys will never have an issue. But once you rise above that other partner, trust me, that partner will be stepping out to find someone to make him or her feel better. Even though they're always going to come back to you because you're the person that they love. And they can manipulate. And they can verbally abuse. And they can tell all their friends, oh, she's crazy or he's crazy. Because those kind of people that have the low self-esteem will talk bad about you, will bring you down, will tell everybody they know that you are dirt. But they're only with you because it's their duty. I learned it the hard way. It's not me. And it feels great. And that particular person can find God and say, well, God, forgive me for everything I've done. No, because when you go to heaven, you have to tell God why you did all those. And yes, I forgive, and we can forgive the people who have hurt us. But there is a God. I always believe that. Because if there wasn't, I wouldn't be here today because of all the verbal abuse and all the extra cheating. 20 that I've caught. And my child has caught. How would you like to be at work one day and your kid comes up to you at his graduating year and said, oh, caught Dad doing it again? Guess what? I had to quit my job, which was a great job. But, I was like top of the line business management, dream job. But I couldn't handle it anymore because I could not trust my other half to be good. So I had to quit my job so I can be home on the weekends to make sure that my other half was good. And that went on for another, 10 years after. So I wasted basically 3 decades of my life to have someone have fun on my watch. Oh, it's not my watch. I'll marry someone who promised not to do all these things to me and did it anyway. But I had to forgive and look the other way. But once I decided I had enough, Lord have mercy, did I get talked bad about? I was a bad person. But listen, if someone really, really loves you, they won't step out on you. They will put, you guys will be together. Not, ooh, she's up here now. I got to go find somebody to make me feel up there. Oh, he's up there. No, I never, until, I just said, that's it. No more verbal abuse. No more cheating. No more worrying about what you're doing. And I'm talking about men and women. I'm not saying men. I have nothing against, people who do same sex. Either way, your partner should never cheat on you. If they really love you, they won't cheat on you. They won't hurt you. They'll put you even with them. You guys are even together. Nobody's better than others. Love goes beyond looks after I mean, if you were with somebody for 30 years, okay, I don't look like I did 30 years ago. However, I didn't gain 300 pounds, and I try to keep, looking the best I can. But, I'm almost 56, so I do the best I can. And you can't stop the aging process. However, you can make the best of it, by keeping fit, eating right. You can drink, but, don't get drunk. Just do things to, drink enough to make you happy, but not drunk. But, just know that no one would cheat on you if they truly love you. Because love is about bringing each other up, not getting mad because your partner got brought up by someone else. Because, instead of saying, for instance, this really happened. Oh, your wife is beautiful. Yeah, everybody tells her that. Well, that's not what you say. You say, thank you. I'm so proud to have her. The same thing on the other. Oh, your husband is so hot. I know. That's why I got him. Thank God. I mean, I'm not letting him go. That's the way you should talk. You shouldn't go, whatever. That's not the attitude you have. And if your partner doesn't reply back to someone who says, oh, your wife is hot, saying, oh, I know, that's why I got her. Or, oh, your man's hot. And you say, honey, you ain't going to touch him, but that's okay. Thank you for telling me because that's why I got him. If they don't say things like that, well, you know what? You may want to consider thinking really hard about who you have, because you should be able to build each other up. That's why you're together, to build each other up. The world would be a better place if we all brought each other up instead of trying to better the next person. Because but let me go back to the very beginning, as I was saying. You have to love yourself first. Because if you think less of yourself, then you're never going to succeed in a relationship. So, number 1, love yourself. Number 2, take care of yourself. Number 3, you are first. And don't let anybody bring you down, because you know you more than anyone knows you. And let me tell you another thing. When somebody says, oh, I know you. Oh, no, they don't know you, because they can't read your mind. And if they can read your mind, let me tell you, they're going to be the richest person on earth, because they're going to win all the lottos. And I want to be there with them. Because the next person that tells you they know you, honey, they don't know you unless they got your brain, unless they're in your head. So no one knows you but you. So the next person that says, I know you, you need to go, because you don't know me. You can be with someone for 30 years and you don't know them. You don't know what they're thinking, and don't ever assume, because assumption gets you in so much trouble. So much trouble. So always ask questions. I mean, yeah, maybe your partner eats every Friday night. Let's fish. Woohoo! So you're assuming you're going to have date night and you're going to a seafood restaurant on Friday, and you're thinking, my partner wants it. No, please don't. Ask. Unless they've dropped a hint to you on a Wednesday night or sometimes during that week saying, seafood sounds great on Friday. No. Then that's what you do. But don't assume unless you hear it with your ears. Write it down, because in this day and age, with technology and everything and things going on all over the world, and this is a crazy world. It's not the same world I grew up in. So you have to write everything down. I don't care how old you are. You can't say, oh, I'm old, because it doesn't work. I know people and my children, for instance, they can't remember crap. So I said, write everything down. My boyfriend, he's 15 years younger than me. And I'm like, I got with you because I wanted somebody young so they can help me remember crap. And he can't remember crap either. So listen, You got to write things down. Okay. And going back to your partner, don't assume. You need to ask questions. You need to listen. You need to feel vibes. If you've been together long enough, you kind of know what to do and what not to do. But never assume. If you're not sure, please ask. Because a deal breaker, a relationship breaker, is number one, assumption. Well, not number one. Number one is cheating, of course. But aside from a cheating, because that's cheating, that's what I'm talking about in this segment. But aside from cheating, assumption kills a relationship as well. Have open. I always have wardrobe issues. Wait a minute. Oh, sorry. I'm backwards here. Aside from assumptions, um, good communication, respect for one another, is always the best way to go. Oh, let me do another thing. Cell phones. I had a issue where my other person cheated on me constantly. So I automatically was in, cheating because the other person is cheating. Listen, I would get phone calls. I would go to, let's say this really happened. I went to dinner with our next door neighbor who is no threat. It's a lady, a little older than me. And every 5 minutes, I got a text. I'm at work. I get a text. Well, if I'm at work, I'm not going to answer you. If I'm at dinner with a friend and we just left you 10 minutes ago and you're texting me every 5 minutes, I'm not going to answer you because you know who I'm with. You know where I'm at. So look at these signs. If your other half wonders why you're not answering that text as soon as they call you, as soon as they text you, what's wrong with you? Obviously, they're doing something. So remember, in this day and age, most people live with their cell phone in their back pocket or somewhere with them. I have a cell phone, yes. But I can go for I went for a week without my cell phone. I went for 2 days without checking emails or Facebook or Instagram and Twitter or whatever. It didn't kill me. I was fine. Although I had a million emails and people on Facebook going, "What happened to you?" But that's okay. You know what? Life does not revolve around Facebook and all the social media. It doesn't. Even if you are a celebrity, which I'm not, I'm just a regular person. I'm not an A-list now. And even if I was, I wouldn't live on that. I mean, please. There are other things to do in life, like enjoy the beautiful weather. Go outside for a walk or a run or a bicycle ride. Go sit out on the dock by the bay and enjoy the beautiful nature. Because you know what? Things like that you don't have to pay for, and it's wonderful. Enjoy life. Get off that social network. People be fine. They know you're alive. Just say, I'm going to be off of it for a while because I'm enjoying life. Okay. I mean, it's nice that we have all these tools to have, 5,000 plus friends and all these wonderful people following you. But, all in all, it's about life too. You have to enjoy life. You have to enjoy you time. You have to take time to read the Bible. If you enjoy what's around you, kind of just bring Bring everything to you and not have all these other things going on, you know? And and love, love, love. I can truly tell you, I was in love once in my life, once. Yes, I love a lot of people, but I was only in love once. And that's a shame because, I wasted that love. But I can't, once you're in love, you know it's love when it doesn't go away, even through all the hurt and the pain and everything that's happened. If you're truly in love or love a person or they're your soulmate, it doesn't go away, and you'll know it. I'm sure that all you guys that are viewing me right now, you probably will think back, yeah, I think I might have been in love because I can't get this person out of my head. I'll think of this person till the day I die. And it's a shame that something happened, and that's the way it is. And I'm very truthful with every relationship I have from now going forward, that I will never feel that way about anybody else again. And that's a shame. It's a shame because love is not given freely if it's true love. And if it's true love, you would, I fought for it the wrong way by, you know, getting upset and getting mad. But I forgave a lot, and I lost myself a lot, and I put up with a lot, and I lost a lot, meaning I lost people who I thought were my friends. But, if you lose people who you thought were your friends, you know how you find out who your real friends are? After a breakup. Because your true friends, no matter if they're friends with both of you, they'll stick with you. Those other people, they don't matter. They don't. And I always told my children, if someone's not paying your bills, they have no room to judge you. You do whatever you want, as long as you're not hurting someone else or you're not breaking the law. Be a good person, be a kind person, be a helping person, be a loving person. Because in the end, all those other things mean nothing, you know. And true love is not given freely, and it's hard to come by. And I just don't know what to tell you. Besides, if someone truly loves you and you're at a romantic dinner, your partner's not going to look up when they see someone else walking by, because they won't even notice anyone else but you. No matter if you were together for, 3 years to 30 years, you are supposed to be their focal point. That's why you make that commitment. Marriage is very important. Don't marry someone if you find yourself thinking about someone else, or if you can't seem to be happy with yourself. Number one, be happy with yourself first, because you don't look for the other person to bring you up. You don't look for the other person to be your other half, because you're not a half a person, baby. You're a whole person. All right? Don't go. I'm just trying to save your heart. Don't go through all the hurt and pain that I have. Be a whole person. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. You are number one. You are the best thing on this earth. And if that other person steps out when you are decided you're going to come together and be together, you need to let them go. No forgiving or no forgivingness. Just let them go. Because once they step out on you, they'll step out on you the next time that you make them, or not you, but they feel insignificant to you. Because you know what? When you're a whole person and you marry a half person, guess what? They're going to be always searching for the other half. when they think that you are better than them, but you're not. You are yourself, and you are your whole self. And I don't care if you have a religion or whatever, but take your time to take yourself out on a date, take yourself out to breakfast. I mean, even when you're in a relationship, don't um, rely on other people to be your entertainment center, because you've got to be a whole person. Love yourself, take care of yourself, and you'll be the best partner for the other person. Because there's no one else on earth that's going to take care of you and care about you more than you. Yeah, we all have parents, and our parents love us. Like, I love my children, and if anything were to happen to any one of my children, I would just be devastated. Devastated. I'm telling you, I may not even live through one of my children. If anything happened to any one of them, I might not even live, because I love them so much. They are my soul. They are my being. They are who I am. So your partner should feel that about you. And if they don't, and like I said, the way to find out is watch their eyes when you go somewhere. If their eyes don't move when there's something else going on around them, or the opposite sex, or even the same sex, depending on whatever sexual preferences, if they don't take their eyes off of you, then that's the person. But if they follow that other person to what until they're out of sight, then you need to make sure that person you're with needs to get out of your sight ASAP. I'm just trying to save you from heartache, because I've been there, and I don't want that to happen to anyone else. It's the worst feeling in the world. Excuse me. You want, but I know it's not a laughing matter, and I think I was born a comedian, because I can't. I mean, I can't even be. Um, what's the word? Uh, I even forgot. But okay, I'm going back to where I was talking about before I started cracking myself. I cracked myself up. Okay, I'm going to start writing jokes from now on, because one of these sessions I'm going to do all my comedic things. I mean, things that really happen in my life and that's really funny, and you guys will never believe it, but I will tell you one of these things. Going back to your partner, yeah, I've wasted 3 decades allowing someone to just degrade me, to do whatever they wanted to do, to verbally abuse me, just because that person was not happy with themselves. I was like, got it. Because when I was coming toward the end, before I decided to, this stuff has got to end. I can't deal with it anymore. And we both need to, when your partner doesn't support your new career or your career, or support you in any way, then it's time to go. When your partner is not paying attention to you when you're at a romantic dinner, it's time to go. When your partner is texting you, emailing you, calling you every 5-10 minutes throughout the day, knowing that you're at work, and then to get mad when you get home and say, well, why didn't you answer your phone? Why didn't you text me? Blah, 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 blah. You did blah. Listen, it's time for you to go. When your partner doesn't give you the passwords to the computer, the phone of your phone. I mean, his phone, her phone, whatever. When it's time for you to go, because if someone really loves you, everything's in the open. I mean, my other half, he can get into my email, he can get into my phone, he can do anything because I've got nothing to hide. When I first met him, I was like, this is my life. This is the way it goes. I'm going to have men hanging all over me, kissing on me, doing it. But don't worry, the other stuff doesn't happen only with you. And if he's comfortable with himself or herself, you don't have anything to worry about. Because if there's an issue with your relationship, excuse me, just a second. Hi, how are you? You want to come talk with me? This this is a Cowie. This is my new love. He's half Yorkie and half Chihuahua, and he's not going to be any bigger than maybe 3 to 4 pounds. He was with grandma while I was doing this, and I guess he decided he misses me, so he's he's coming back in. But yeah, the reason I have him is because I'm on the road all the time, and he's my travel partner. um, he won't cheat on me. Just kidding. Okay, so before to wrap up this, I'm so happy that almost 200 viewers have logged in and 89 likes. Thank you so much. But I'm going to recap on how you know if someone really loves you and if someone's not going to cheat on you. If they really, really love you, you're going to be the center of attention. If someone pays you, hi there. If someone pays you some attention when you're with your other half just say, I know, that's why I have her or him. You should be complimenting each other when other people compliment your other half, because that's true love. It's not like, yeah, whatever. I hear that all the time. That's not true love. True love will never step out on you. It's true love that they love themselves, not true love they love you. All right? So know that if someone really loves you, they would never step out on you. They would never verbally abuse you. They'll never belittle you. They would never talk bad about you to their friends. Or, you are the center of their attention, vice versa. Know that you are number one to yourself. Take time for yourself. Love yourself. You're not being selfish. When you're a whole person, then you can be a whole person to someone else. And then I wish you all like the best. I hope everyone finds true love. And not to find a true love. In my case, I found my true love, my soulmate, at my end. And it's a shame because I had to let him go. Because he always felt like he had to be higher than me instead of with me. And that's why he cheated. And the other person that's with him, she thinks he's never going to do that to her. Guess what? Cheaters are always cheaters. They never change. It's in their DNA. Some will never get caught, but the ones that get caught are sorry. But not to you. They're sorry they got caught. They'll do it again. Trust me. I was married to 2 of them. But I'm not going to say anything else. The men that I married were wonderful in all the other places except for that. And I've forgiven and I'm going on. But it's a shame that the last person I was with was my true love, and I will never love anyone else again as much, or not love in that sense of love. I mean, I love my friends, I love my fans, and my other person that I am with now, he knows I'll never love him the way that I love my last person, because you only love once in your life. You only love once. It's true. You only love once. And how you know that is that they will never get out of your heart. And that's a shame. But one day, I hope in heaven that we'll be together again. Maybe not here on earth. So God bless all you guys. And thank you so much for listening to me. And next week, I plan on doing like a little mini fashion show. So please join me, because I have some gowns and stuff that I'm going to be modeling. And I have a lot of fashion shoots that I do, and I only wear these things once. So I'm thinking about maybe selling them on I'll probably post on my Instagram or something. But most of the stuff I only wear once. Well, actually, most of my clothes I only wear once. Listen, I am a shoe queen, a clothes queen. I mean, I came from a almost 3,000 square foot home to a bedroom and traveling in my car all the time and living here and there. So my poor mother's garage is no longer a place for her car. It's got all my clothes in it. And I refuse to get rid of anything because I stay the same size. Mostly I, vary from 10 pounds. This is my 10-pound heavy, but I have to start getting ready for bikini shoots this summer. Yes, I know I'll be 56 this summer, but hey man, I work hard for this body. I'm going to show it off. Enjoy your weekend, and I will talk to you again next week. I'm not sure if I'm going to do my broadcast from a bathtub and bubbles or do a fashion show, or I don't know. You never know what I'll come up with. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you. 223 views and 101 likes. Yay! Thanks for joining Talk with Susie, and tell all your friends, please join me next Thursday, 8 o'clock. What? 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. I can't even talk. I need to go get some wine. 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. Yeah, I'm Central Time right now, but most of the time I'm in Eastern Time. But right now I'm in Florida, where it's nice and warm. It was such a beautiful day here in Florida. Y'all should have been here. I was outside enjoying nature. That's where you should be instead of all this social media stuff. Just go back to nature. Go back to life. Enjoy. You are number one. You are all of that and more. Yeah. See you next Thursday. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. Ciao, baby. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know how to get out, but I'll find out. Next week.